Whenever a new season rolls around, do you find yourself going out shopping and spending money on a whole bunch of clothes only for them to never really see the light of day? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 5 tips on how you can slow down your spending and minimize the wardrobe wastage. If wastage is even a word, I don't really know, but you know what I mean. In any event, if you are new, welcome. If you are not, welcome back. My name is Marie. I'm in my mid-50s, and on this channel I share things on fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and wellness, in particular for women over 40 on a more conscious, sustainable vibe, and also if you're going through menopause, sharing some gems there. Okay, so let's get into it. So tip number 1 on how you could slow down your spending and mitigate or minimize the wardrobe wastage is to do what I like to call a lifestyle forecast. Now, what I mean by that is, what are you going to be doing for the next, well, I kind of lump fall and winter into one season. The weather's not warm, the weather's cooler, and then eventually colder. So what are you going to be doing for the next 6 months or so until we hit spring? If you were living in the northern hemisphere. For me personally, I know I'm going to be going to work, so what does my work wardrobe look like? I don't really go out that much in the winter because I'm a bit of a house cat. I don't like the cold. So for me, that means I don't really need to add any new going out pieces to my wardrobe. So what you want to do is just think about what you're going to be doing over the next 6 months. Did you change careers over the next 6 months and now you're in a more casual environment versus a corporate environment? Are you planning to travel over the fall, winter? Think about these things because they will be a predictor of any new things that you might want to add to your wardrobe. So just do a little lifestyle forecast to figure out what kind of wardrobe or what you're going to be doing over the next 5 to 6 months or so. Moving along to tip number 2. Now this one is figuring out your style again. Are you doing anything? Are you elevating your style? Are you happy with your style? Do you want to just keep your style the same? You're good. Or do you feel like, you know what, this year, this fall, winter, I want to be a little bit more edgier. I want to change things up. Take some time to think about your style vibe, because that, again, is also going to help you figure out what you actually need for your wardrobe. Do you need to add some new pieces because you are going in a whole new direction? Or are you gonna just, good with how things are, you're happy with it, it's working for you, it works for your lifestyle, and we're not really changing anything up. So just take a little bit of time and figure out what your new style vibe is gonna be. Is it gonna be glam? Is it gonna be edgy? Is it gonna be trendy? That sort of thing. Take a moment and figure that out in order to help you figure out what new pieces you might or might not need for your wardrobe. Tip number 3 on how to slow down your spending and minimize the wardrobe wastage is grab some inspo. Now that you've figured out what your new style vibe or what the style is, even if it's the same, you want to grab a little bit of inspo so that you can kind of have an idea on the pieces that you might want. So you can go to Pinterest, create your own Pinterest board. If you just want to create something in Canva, you can do that. If you want to create like a style vision board and just get some magazines and flip through those on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon with a glass of wine and some music. Okay, well, you get the picture. Just have some idea, some images that you can use as a reference point when it comes to your style so that we're not all over the place. You have something to focus on and you're not going to be going all over the place when it comes to your fall, winter wardrobe or your wardrobe for any season. But just grab some inspiration if you need to go on YouTube, if there's some style content creators that you like, take some cues from there. If you want to pick up a hard copy of your favorite fashion magazine, you can do that as well. You can look on Instagram. There's inspo everywhere, so look around and see what catches your eye, because that is going to help you, not overspend, because you're going to have a visual reference to focus on. Tip number 4 is a closet check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, that's right. That's what you want to do before you go shopping. Now that you've got some style inspo, whether it's from a Pinterest board or even your own style vision board, now that you've got inspo, we want to go in our closet. We want to shop our closet first before we go out and spend a whole bunch of money without any strategy or style game plan at all. That is how you end up spending unnecessarily and clothes just sit in your closet and don't get worn. Now, if you have seasonal items that are stored away, pull those out and go through those as well. But just see, based on your vision board or your visual reference, what you have already that you can help create some outfits with. You might be missing some pieces, but use what you have first. I mean, that's honestly one of the best ways to be sustainable, is to wear what you have. I'm not saying don't shop at all, but let's keep things under control. So do a little closet check and see what you already have that you can create some of these outfits with, some of these outfits that you've, seen online or in magazines. And then we go to the next step. All right, so we have reached the final tip, tip number 5 on how to slow down your spending, stop spending unnecessarily, and mitigate that wardrobe wastage, is to make a list. Because now that you've gone through your closet and tried to put some outfits together, this is the time that you can just make a running list of things that are missing, some key pieces that you need to add to your wardrobe. You always want to just shop your closet first. I mean, one of the best ways to be sustainable is to wear what you own. Excuse me. So make a list. Make a list and keep it in your wallet if you want to do the old school way and handwrite it, if you want to keep it on your phone, but make a list and stick to it. Because when you are just out and about and you don't have a list and you're seeing all these things, again, that is how we just get caught up in shiny object syndrome and just be buying everything up in the stores. We don't want to do that. We want to spend our hard-earned money smartly. We want to shop smart and buy less, buy quality pieces as much as your budget will afford, your budget allows, and then just, start getting creative with what you already own. So those are the 5 tips that I have for you today. Once again, that is to do a lifestyle forecast, figure out what you're doing for the next 5 to 6 months in your life. Then figure out what your style vibe is. Is it changing? Is it staying the same? What are we doing with that? Number 3 is to grab inspiration, whether you're doing a Pinterest board or a vision board or just flipping through magazines and maybe making a mental note visually. But I think it's better to have like something that you could reference. And then number 4 is to do the closet check 1, 2, 1, 2 and see what you already own in your closet that can go with the style vibe. Yes, that's right. And then number 5 is to make a list so that you could stay on track and not go off on a spending tangent and just go for broke. So whatever you're buying, we want to make sure that it integrates seamlessly into your wardrobe with what you already have. You can mix and match, figure out a color palette, which is what I like to do. Mine is pretty neutral. It's pretty neutral, but for me, I find a neutral palette just gives you all kinds of longevity. You can just add new pieces in every season, 1 or 2 things, and you're gonna have these, you're gonna have a wardrobe that's gonna last you a long time without it being too trendy. So drop a comment below and let me know. Are you somebody that runs out when the new season hits and goes shopping? And just let me know, were any of these tips helpful to you? So as usual, I appreciate a thumbs up if you found value in this video, if you enjoyed this video, and hey, if you're new here and you feel like this could be your vibe, feel free to subscribe. I'll welcome you over here on this little part of the internet. But of course, until the next time, thanks for watching.